As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
No,
virginity is just a concept, literally.
Yeah. And
Y'all smoking crack! Something is wrong with you people!
Virginity is just a concept. I gotta hear her explanation for this.
Virginity is
I don't know.
a concept.
Yeah, at this point,
Because you can put something, you can give somebody cunnilingus or fellatio. You're not a virgin, in my opinion. You're not. Because you're doing something sexual. It's, virgins always try to find a loophole to avoid guilt, but
I used to have a friend in high school,
like, they're
and she
doing
would say
so
that
much
she would
stuff.
do it in
Catholics,
the back
booty
door.
hole.
Yeah, she would say she would do it in the back door. She's like, I'm still a virgin because
No,
he only
she
hits
was
it in the
not a
back. I'm
virgin.
like, girl.
But
that is
okay, so you say
interesting.
that virginity is a social construct?
I think so.
Well, it depends how you're framing it. So you would agree, though, that there would be an objective basis. Like, for example, if someone has not had sexual intercourse, that's objective.
You've never been penetrated if you have never had sexual intercourse. But if you've put a dick in your mouth or in your booty hole, that doesn't make you a virgin.
Well,
Because you're still doing something sexual.
Right.
Sure. I mean, I guess you would have to say, okay, well, what constitutes virginity then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to Waco, Texas, you said anything you disagree with the show host on, you wrote those weak ass opinions that can't stand to scrutiny and the blatant hypocrisy.
Oh, wow.
Who said that?
You said that in your pre-show notes.
I don't think that was me. You got the wrong Texas.
That was you.
Okay, well, I'm telling you it wasn't. So, but I do sometimes disagree. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. With
Bro, you literally wrote it in your pre-show notes.
wrong bitch.
Same bitch. Correct bitch. Correct bitch. Let me look up the Instagram DMs. All right. This is what she wrote. All right. May 19th, 2025 at midnight, 4 minutes past midnight, to answer in response to number 8, anything you disagree with the show host on, to which you wrote, Madam Houston, those weak ass
There you go. You got the name right.
that can't stand to scrutiny and the blatant hypocrisy.
Yeah, you kind of are a hypocrite.
What?
How? Hold on, bro. How?
What?
Well, before we get into the alleged hypocrisy, what are the weak ass opinions that don't stand up to scrutiny? Let's start there.
You got to remind me of some of them. I'm not keeping
It's
up with
your
you like
claim.
that.
It's not my job to present to you.
Well, it was your job to present it to me just now, so present it again. What are you talking about?
Are you?
It's getting
Can we-
so hot over
It seems like she came on the show with a chip on her shoulder. Looks like someone wants to go viral.
here.
Those weak ass opinions that can't stand to scrutiny. That's your claim. What are the weak ass opinions that can't stand to scrutiny?
Like, what did you see before you sent that?
It's okay, bro. Let her answer. Go ahead.
She's a woman, not a bro.
Okay, bro.
But I don't really know what you're talking about. What's the context? What's the topic?
It's literally the words that you wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, here's your opportunity. I'm right here.
Okay, you a hypocrite sometimes, but
Yeah. But what are the weak ass opinions?
one of your opinions was about marriage and how you don't want to get married because of money this and money that, and how most women, they are, always divorcing men and the men to get their money taken away. I remember that opinion, but I don't know.
Is that the weak ass opinion that don't stand to no
I
scrutiny?
mean, if you gonna back yourself up, do it now so we could talk about it.
well,
I mean, ain't that's
make
what
the
we're here to do?
argument for why it's a weak ass opinion.
I don't
just state what the
I don't
opinion
keep up
is.
with all of your opinions. So if you're gonna bring
no,
up
the
an
marriage
opinion,
one.
we could talk about
the
it.
marriage ones.
Okay.
What is weak ass about the opinion?
Oh, you taking it personal?
No.
Okay,
I'm
then
chill.
talk about it. What are you talking about?
You have to make the argument first, so
I
can
don't know
respond
what
to
we're
it, lady.
talking about, lady.
You can tell she has a tough time following instructions. Plus, she got an attitude. Major red flags.
Bro, But how do you not understand?
You don't have to make it as difficult as possible. You can bring up a topic and we can talk about it.
I got you. I'm going to get you caught up to speed.
Come on, let's hear it.
Perfect. Though this is what you wrote.
You just keep rereading it though. You're not saying
because maybe it'll jumpstart finally. You know, like we are having technical difficulties with the computer. We had to restart that shit at least 4 times to get it going. So I'm going to restart like kind of like this with you right now. I'm going to restart your brain possibly. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read it again and it might jumpstart something in there. I don't know. Those weak ass opinions that can't stand to scrutiny. That's what you wrote.
So how does his like opinion?
Wait, just let her talk.
I don't know what topic.
Is that her personal translator? She does speak English, right?
You're talking about. I mean, because sometimes I agree with you, sometimes I disagree with you. So if you're going to bring up a topic, we can talk about it. But if you're just going to keep repeating the same question, let's move on.
Well, I'm asking you to bring up when you originally wrote this
Brian,
about a month ago.
To be a good host or something?
This is being a good host. This is great hosting, fantastic hosting, the best hosting, one of the best.
The best.
I'm literally asking you, it's your claim, it's your position. What are the weak ass positions?
I only know about the marriage one, but I can't really get into it because I think I kind of agreed with your idea about that one. So if you're going to bring up something, a topic, we can talk about it. You keep asking the same thing. I'm going to keep telling you the same thing.
Okay, so then moving on to the next thing. You said the blatant hypocrisy. What is blatantly hypocritical of something I've said or do or whatever?
I really don't pay attention to everything you say, so you got to bring it up if you want to talk about it.
But if you're going to
here we go again.
Call somebody a hypocrite and they say, well, okay, I'm willing to hear you out. What is hypocritical of something I've said? I'm asking for one thing.
Okay.
Throw one out there.
Those aren't even my words.
Huh?
What is up with this chick? Either she's slow or she's trolling.
I'm lying.
Show the DM.
You think I'm lying?
Show the DM.
Why would I lie? It's literally.
I mean, if you can easily prove it, then prove it.
I'm going to turn it to her and she can confirm it. How's that sound?
Yeah, you can show it to everybody at the table.
Is this her Instagram, Madam Houston? Okay.
Correct.
23, Houston, Las Vegas, LA, occupation, model, socialite, relationship status, madam. Wait, isn't that like a brothel owner? Okay, whatever. Number 8, can you read that for me?
Into your mic?
Sure.
Anything you disagree with the show /host on, those weak ass opinions that can't stand to scrutiny and the blatant hypocrisy. I can confirm what is in the DM.
Okay. Well, I can't talk about every topic because I don't remember. So bring it up, refresh my memory if that's what you're here to do.
Here's your opportunity. You think I have weak ass opinions that can't stand up to scrutiny. I'm giving you the floor to articulate those. Go ahead.
Okay, bring up a topic. Let's talk about it.
It's not my duty to like prompt you on the thing that
Isn't
you
that
disagree
your duty
with
as
me
a
on.
host though? Now you're confusing me.
No, if it's a generalized conversation, but I'm literally prompting you by asking you, what is the thing that you disagree with?
My brain hurts.
Okay, so it's an open-ended question.
Yeah.
Is there anything he said in the past
I don't need a second-hand question. All I'm asking is that you explain the topic or bring up a topic because I'm not sure. I don't keep up with every topic you talk about.
I'm just looking for one.
Okay, what about body count?
Well, let's not.
Body count is so stupid. Like I said, I ain't never met a man that has had sex with a woman and gotten a receipt back.
What does that mean? What do you mean a receipt?
Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody,
I don't know what you mean.
Nobody knows who has sex with who. I mean, unless it was filmed or unless you pop the baby out your coochie. And then that's the only proof of having sex. So
no, there could be more proof.
And body count is stupid.
A lot of the times you can tell a woman's body count by how she moves. Behavior says a lot.
Like self-admission, having
sex with somebody, the same person 300 times is the same difference as 300 people having sex with that one person.
You serious?
That's false, actually. The girl that sleeps with one guy 300 times, that's a healthy relationship. But the girl that has 300 one-night stands, she might need some help.
Because it's not about the body count. It's about who has that woman's mind. So
there's other ways to prove it. One way to for proof would be if a woman admitted to it. So if she said, yes, I did in fact sleep with this person, that would be
correct.
proof.
But what does that have to do with what I just said? Yeah, a woman can admit it, but why does it matter? Why does a body count matter?
So now we're having a conversation about why body count matters.
No, I'm saying body count doesn't matter. I'm asking you if it matters to you.
What?
Now you acting confused.
Is that the thing that, so, okay, what about my position on body count do you think is hypocritical?
I don't know. What's your position on body count? That's what I just asked.
I think it's preferable when you're dating as a man to date women with as low a body count as possible. That's my position on body count.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
So you said your job as a man is to date women with a low body count? Repeat
it happens
that?
to be my preference, and I prescriptively give advice to men that they should date, if you can, find women to date who have a low body count.
And what about yours?
Well, why would that matter?
That's hypocritical right there.
That wouldn't be hypocritical.
That is hypocritical because
why
should a woman's body count matter? How much money do you make?
You can't. Wow, great.
Pocket watching is a sin.
Congrats on the reverse Uno. Why don't you answer my question?
Pocket watching is a sin.
Have you ever dated a man who makes more money than you?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a fucking hypocrite. Except, here's the thing.
So you can apply sexual
hypocrite.
standards to a woman, but she can apply them to you. And then the fact that it matters to you says more about you because you worried about a woman body count and you should be worried about how you can take over her mind and not her vagina. Because it ain't about the mind. It ain't about the sex.
That's a bunch of word salad right there. I appreciate the word salad.
Go ahead. It's a bunch of word salad to you,
Thank you. Appreciate that.
What does that mean?
Bro, what are you fucking... Hold on. The fuck, lady? I'm engaged with her. That's a super chat. Relax. Why are you interrupting the conversation over a super chat that's not even going to get read?
Because this is boring, honestly.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
You're boring. How about that?
Okay.
Bro, is it boring because you're not getting the sufficient level of attention? Is that why it's boring to you? Because I think the audience thinks that this is far more interesting, the conversation that me and her are having versus whatever you've talked about thus far.
Okay.
Let me ask the chat. Chat, do you prefer the engagement that I'm having with Miss Waco, Madam Waco, or do you want her to derail the conversation and, maybe you need a dose of attention? Is that it? Chat, can you give her a little bit of attention? Maybe give her...
This was enough, by the way, but I was just asking, what does zero holes mean? The comment, I didn't get it.
Bro, there's a time and place. Try not to just interrupt for something totally... Oh my God, bro. This panel is fucking cooked, boys. Okay. Where were we?
Body count. Was it?
Yeah, we were talking about body count.
Your preference is dating a woman with a low body count.
Yes, correct.
But your body count doesn't matter. That's hypocritical. Because why does that woman's body count matter and yours doesn't? Because why are you worried about a woman's vagina?
Well, first things first, I don't want no STDs. That's for sure. Second thing is, the girl with the high body count, it shows that she has a lack of discernment. Your decision making is not where it needs to be. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Why am I worried? So it would be, let's say she has herpes. Would that be wrong for me to worry about her vagina if it has herpes on it?
See, now you're smearing the conversation.
How is that?
Because I'm talking about having sex with somebody.
Wait, question.
Now we're talking about sexual education.
That has nothing to do with sexual education.
So
if you've had the more sexual partners you've had, the greater likelihood of having an STD.
Statistically, yes.
Yes. Well, yes. Logically, it's possible you could have had sex with 100
Bro, you
people.
could have had sex with one person and caught chlamydia. You could have had sex with 300 people and been clean.
Yeah, I get that. A girl could have sex one time and get HIV and herpes, and a woman could have.
So you're contradicting yourself. What you're saying is not making sense.
You got to stop interrupting. So yes, it's possible that a woman could have slept with 100 guys and never gotten STD.
Correct.
That's true. But it's more likely, if you're a betting man, it's more likely that she has an STD if she slept with a bunch of men, whereas if she slept with 0 or 1 or just a few.
I'm not familiar with the STD statistics or anything like that. All I'm saying is that we were talking about body count. Then you smeared it to sexually
Sure, I'm
transmitted
happy to get back to that, but
diseases.
really quick, let me ask you a question.
Ask it.
Before we get right back to that. If you were a betting person, do you have savings? Do you have a savings account?
Yeah.
Like you got some money saved, right?
Of course.
If you were a betting person and I put two people in front of you, one of those people has slept with one person and the other individual has slept with 1,000 people. Who would you wager is more likely to have an STD? And you're wagering your life savings.
Both of these people could have had.
They could, but I'm asking you to wager.
I mean, that's stupid.
Why?
No, wait.
When your ego is on the line and you have a need to be right, simple questions like this will make you shut down immediately.
Yeah,
During
cool.
that. Because
I like that you like that it's
so
stupid.
random and
Answer-
irrelevant. It's so random and
very
irrelevant because
Why
somebody
don't you
that has
answer the
had
question?
1,000 bodies, which doesn't even matter, could have been protected. And it could have been 1,000 bodies by 50 different people.
I'll grant to you it's the dumbest fucking question that's ever been asked. Answer it anyways.
I'm not wagering that. I mean, it's kind of
You've
like
got to pick
50-50.
one.
I'm not picking
You've
one.
got to pick one.
So would it be a would you rather? If it's a would you rather, I'd answer it because that's
No, it's
I like would you rather.
Which would you wager your life savings on?
Well, I'm gonna assume that the person that has 1,000 bodies is, sexually educated. So, I would hope that
Wow, what an interesting way to paint hoish behavior.
they are safe and clean. Strap it up, guys.
Sure.
So I would bet on $1,000. I would bet on 1,000 bodies because somebody with one body, that don't make them clean. And not to say that they're dirty, but that doesn't make them free of sexually transmitted diseases. That's just stupid and it's irrelevant.
Okay. Maybe the person that sleeps with one person is more
Great line of
educated.
argumentation there. Okay, so why else does body count matter? Is that why you're curious about it?
Oh, I said body count doesn't matter in my opinion.
So what are we? Okay, body count doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Why?
It's a childish question. First of all, how many of you are keeping up with how many people y'all slept with? That's so high school to be.
Nasty bitch.
What? You should be able to remember everybody you had sex with. That's inexcusable.
Forgotten how many people you've slept with.
I don't keep count.
Right, you don't keep count because you've forgotten. Because there's been so many.
Are you calling me a slut?
No, just promiscuous.
How's that calling you a slut?
I'm just fucking with you.
But yes, pretty much.
I am not a slut. I am a woman who respects my body.
Stop the cap.
And just because a woman is, free sexually does not mean that she is a slut.
How many people have you slept with? Can I ask that?
He's a hypocrite. He will never answer
know.
that.
That wouldn't make me a hypocrite.
I'm curious. I'm very curious.
I don't reveal
But you
that,
expect to know a woman's
Oh, he
body
doesn't
count.
reveal that.
You expect to know a woman's body count because you're too worried about her vagina and not how you can control her mind, not
It's
how you
actually-
control her as a person.
Well, you're saying control.
You worried about
Why
the
are you
wrong
saying
thing.
control?
I'm saying control because it's not about control.
Wait,
it's
but
about
what if those two are? Hold on. You're making a. Actually, I would make the argument it's less to do with the like the vagina, and it's more to do actually with.
I just
here.
said the same thing.
Right, but you're saying that my position leans more towards I'm really concerned with her vagina.
Yeah, because why are you asking about this woman's
But
body
my
and
point-
not her mind?
Yeah, my point
Does that
would
matter
be-
to you? All you
yes.
care about is a woman's vagina, which
What Brian's trying to say here is the two are connected. The girl that's running up her body count and not caring about it is definitely having issues upstairs in her mind. And that's a big cause for concern. It's more so the behavior that we don't like.
is probably why you barely had a successful relationship.
Where are you just pulling that? Wait, that's rich coming from the woman, mind you, who's never had a relationship.
Yeah.
And I've had
I mean, I am a psychology major. I study the mind and behavior of people for a living.
Which university are you doing that for?
Texas University.
Wow, they should
Go Tigers.
It's a good school.
Go Tigers.
They should probably get their certification or whatever it's called revoked, because it's been a complete catastrophic failure in terms of your education, I guess. But I'm actually, as it relates to body count, it's less to do with her body and more to do actually with her mind.
We're saying the same thing, Ryan.
Right. But you're saying I'm focused on her body?
You're focused on a woman's vagina because you're saying that you prefer a woman with a low body count. What does that mean to you? A woman with a low body count? That she's barely had sex with a bunch of people?
She's had sex with fewer men.
Okay, correct. So you're proving my point.
How would
what are we talking about?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, how do you go about finding out how?
Yeah,
many
because
people
she
she's slept
said
with?
something
Do you
about
jump
body
in their
count, and I was
DMs and you
going
ask
off
them
that
in
topic.
yourself, or-
It's very simple. It's all about behavior. What does she wear? How does she speak? Who does she support? These three things should give you an idea of where her body count might be.
Or how do men find out about her body type?
Correct.
If you don't know any of the guys she knows, then I mean, my only assumption is the only way is to go be like, hey, my friend, I just wanted to write you and see if she slept with you and your friend and this. How do you find out? Is it just word of mouth?
Don't you just
you could ask. You could ask.
But we discussed that earlier, and you said that it's hard to believe that somebody who does what she does would be capable of telling the truth on that.
Well,
So
hold on. There's
really-
a differentiation when it still stands to reason that somebody who's engaged in sex work for even personal gain on a private individual level would lie about their body count to a prospective partner. But that's different than coming on a podcast and lying about it for some other different sort of gain.
No, I get what you're saying.
But yes, you could ask a girl you're interested in and she's interested in you. You could ask her what her body count is. Now I agree with you, she could lie.
And you would never know. You would never know if she lied about it. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, there's certain other ways that you can sort of navigate that, I think, to arrive at not an exact answer, but have a sense for her past promiscuity. That doesn't involve directly asking about her body count. But hopefully, I mean, you guys say she should lie, and I would just point out and say, well, that's a terrible basis for starting, or a terrible foundation for starting a relationship. You've started your relationship on a lie.
True.
But people do lie all the time. So I agree with you that women can lie about their body count. I don't think they should, in the same way that I don't think men should lie about certain things that women might care about, that women find important to know about a potential future boyfriend.
Yeah. True.
Okay. So again, I'd like to bring it back to you, though, since this is your claim that you stated. You say I have weak-ass opinions that can't stand to scrutiny and the blatant hypocrisy. So what is blatantly hypocritical, or what are my opinions that can't stand to scrutiny?
Well, as I just said, you were so concerned about a woman's preference or your preference with a woman. I'm not really keeping up with the topic. So if you want to bring something else up, we could talk about it.
It's not, bro. Are you?
Don't calm down. You're getting flustered over there.
No. You're the one making the claim. So if you're going to make some sort of accusation about something, then the burden is on you to actually make a claim and back it up.
Okay, I just made one.
Well, I had to prompt you on it. So I'm asking you, is there anything else?
I mean, if one comes up, I'll call you out on it.
Okay.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. It's the media that's been leading you. I'll show you a thing. Misdirection was the message, they don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.